Boink, and hello, let's go. So, we are doing the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker story. Let's go. Funnily enough, okay, I have my story over here. Let's go into the Rising Stones and see what is what. I'm going to read out as much as I can, by the way. As much as I can, meaning if I see that my voice is giving out, I'm gonna stop, basically. And my voice hasn't woken up yet as well either, because it is 8 AM over here. Laverne, do you have some time to talk? Sure. I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. I think that's a good idea, seeing as your father just disinherited you. I like how I'm the one talking right now, when he was the one who wanted to talk. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. The Telophoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to Arenvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophoroi are under the leadership of Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Zenas Ye Galvez, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he has reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. An army of Primal is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way in Sharlayan, I am sure of it. Master Fortunate's comments regarding the final days were curious, to say the least. The firm knows more than it's letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Cryo. Ooh, oh, the music, it's so good. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Badassian, come to assist with the Order's restoration. That sounds good. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must raise us the prospect of returning home after so long. I might have to turn down the music a little bit here. It is good, but it is too loud. Alright. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. So Sharlayan first. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. That is true indeed, Tataru. That is true indeed. Let's go. Oh, the music. I love it. I love it dearly. Okay. Anyone back here? Nope. Then, in that case, let us... Alright, Tataru. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. I think I have everything I need, thank you. Thank you for your concern. They've
almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Ha!
It's funny.
How so?
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
Oh my god, we're going on a trip
And
down
now,
memory lane.
years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Oh, you grew up here. Right, I forgot about that.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon his death?
He did indeed.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Same. Tell me more, please. Give me more background stories. Which is funny because...
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian?
Probably. Sir Estinian?
Sir Estinian?
Why is he calling him Sir?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
Thank you.
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an...
Aww. Stupid little boy.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company.
Ooh.
Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
Oh my god, please.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
I love it. Oh my god, this is going to be perfect. Aw, poor Tataru.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
She's saying goodbye to like all of her friends and she has no idea when there's...
Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Aww. She wants to come along.
We're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world.
That as well. I guess that doesn't help either.
And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Yeah. I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise. Or no sense worrying about things we're powerless to treat. No, I'm gonna bring them back. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll take care of them.
I'll hold you to that.
You may do so. I may come to regret it as well.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hey, there, here they are.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
They want to say goodbye, hello? Of course.
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Yeah, makes sense.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Wonderful. Sad to not see Flamen say goodbye, but it's fine.
Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Good boy.
We set the sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, you're not a captain, you're just a sailor. Let's go then.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Of course.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Yes, yes. God, this is so foreboding. Holy shit. People are gonna die. Bye-bye, Tataru. Wave.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
Hello, Emmett.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
Speaking of words of wisdom.
That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Descent? I'm not going down. Well, apparently I am. Down into the depths.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Huh. Interesting. All the way north. It's loading. Oh.
Here. Feel.
Think.
Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of these guys here are still awake, rather than awake again.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself.
You don't have the blessing of light, though. Or the echo, if I remember correctly.
I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
Let's do it. Hey, Vanna. Or should I say, Lady of the Light?
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
It's been a while.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Oh, you do call yourself Heidelon. Not Venom. I can trust your words no longer. Wow, no, why now? I mean, technically it is... That is fair, actually, because we do know that she is a primal. But I'm gonna be on board with, like, Team Heidelon for the time being, until I have to kill her. So, why now? I give her the benefit of the doubt. It is...
After your sojourn in the first, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Heidelin has always been. A primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
Which technically is all you've been brought forth to do.
Times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Ah, she had to come to us. Interesting.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Oh, interesting.
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Oh, what kind of promise was that? Please tell me more.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
What is that promise,
I
Heidelin?
will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
She knows. Okay, that's good. She knows that we are the traveler.
And soon.
She knows we are Azim. Or have a shard. Well, have 8 out of 14 shards of Azim. We are not Azim. We're just... We have his soul.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Not yet.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
They're so eager.
The sleepers have arisen.
I need my beauty sleep, Thancred.
There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Wow. What is that shadow?
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
He doesn't even look in that
You
direction.
know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
I prithee indeed.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Of course.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Raise it to the
There is no
ground.
greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. And there's the moon. Holy shit, that's a big moon. I love it. Ooh. Endwalker.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
They did indeed.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
The Northern Empty, Old Sharlayan.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Sounds like a plan.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
They can certainly try.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
Oh, that's true.
It is true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Okay.
May.
May. We shall see.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
I mean, all of you are
Browns laid the
known.
groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grattir. It might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
That sounds like a good idea.
The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Yes, please. Let's go!
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
No.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the students of Baldesion at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Well put indeed. Oh.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
That sounds good.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Ishtola rule.
Mm-hmm. Aww, you're the only one who was allowed to say your full name.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
I fear that the twins are not allowed to enter.
What do we have here?
Because they are no longer part of the Levelier family.
Alphino Leveilleur.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Oh, okay. Not that much of a problem.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Okay. For a second there, I feared they would be denied entry.
Keep that in mind.
But
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
we're here for the manual labor, you see.
Name and occupation?
Oh. Oh. I'm not going to go with Champion of Eorzea, even if it would be true. Because that would be linking us too much to, or potentially to the, science. Adventurer by trade is true. I could go with Artisan, which is fun. I assume that's because I have level 80 crafters. I am gonna go with the Adventurer by trade. Because that is who I am at heart. So let's go with that.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
God damn it. An adventurer.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
He is unemployed.
If you'll allow me.
Oh no, personal assistant of Kral Badessian. He's not going to lift that down.
It is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
That works.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it.
Insist.
But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
So we're not allowed to burn the city down? Too bad.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Bitch, please. I like her outfit. Also, good timing there.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Yes, please.
Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Thank you.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Please give me more banter. All of the banter, please. Please. Alright. Welcome to Sharlayan. Let's have a look at the map, shall we? Looks good. It looks good. Delivery moogles and everything. Obviously, I don't have to... I'm actually going to talk to everyone here real quick. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I'm earning my living? That's a good question. Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes. In fact, but we already let Kral have her say first. We can continue this conversation at another time. With the Crystarium... I mean, I guess so. You are doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Laverne. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Don't joke about that, Y'shtola. Hello? Do you remember what happened to the Isle of Val? Even allowing that the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Laverne. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with a stern warning and then be denied entry after all. True? That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. Alright. Kryl, I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your landlikes back. Horse chestnut weapon coffer. Item level 515, which is absolute utter garbage for me, but that's fine. And a chest gear coffer. At least they're giving away gear, of course, for those two who need to catch up, which is fine. Still on level 80, of course. We haven't, like, that's the second quest, basically. That's the second quest, basically. Oh my god. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed, but this is Laverne and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you are dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you have settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldessian Annex. How does that sound? It is a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levelier's estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The Annex was west of the Ephorite Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. And Orion J, what are you doing? Going to the library? I too have places I would be remiss I'm not visiting forthwith, but I leave. Bye! What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. Nah. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Okay, things bye. But I could... Aww. Cute. Cute little Popoto. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. It has been like 300 years for him. Oh, of course, if you will have me. Come, Laverne, Sharlayan awaits. Okay. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? Lol. After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Gratia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Gratia behind by entering a different area, using the Ethernet, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Gratia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Gratia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Gratia is accompanying you, next try speaking with Kryl. Okay, so... Aww! He's following me around. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. I like that he's offset a little bit. That's cute. All right, let's quickly make our rounds. Let's talk. Do not forget Mr. Skrull, our worthy guide. Okay, sure. I'm gonna guess that we are going to go through every area anyway and can pick up the Ethernet charts on our way, so it's fine. All set, then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Kryl is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Kryl at the designated location. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. That's cute. I love that. So that's one of those. Yoink. so I can speak with you, discuss the storage facility. The place is called the Peristyle and is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other ports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Solving these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any task which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration office officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea. So I guess this... Oh, those are leaf meats and guild ship hunt vendors. Alright, that's cool. And I need to go there. Okay. Let's go there. Now, that is a sight one could barely forget, the great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Bardasian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. This path leading out towards the sea is known as Thaliak's Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands on its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not too restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgalians. Individual Sharlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Okay, good to know. Oh, and it also shows up on the mini-map. That's cool. And I have to stand in there. Okay. Like, if they stand... Okay. That's good to know. And this is where we have to go. I wonder how far I can... Let's see how far I can go. They do run with me, which I find funny. The scholar. Interesting. I hereby swear I shall become an Archon, or blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Alright. Let's just continue, it's fine, we all can have a look around later. Nothing. Alright, and here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. It encapsulates our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and a taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts on an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu, not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha, but surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. You could all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Ifrit Plaza. Let's go. I like the music. I like everything here right now. Arkan's design. Let's hop quickly over here and get our Ethernet shard. Oh, that's the Annex. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So we're gonna go back here anyway. Soon enough. I didn't see another spot to talk. Oh well. Old Sharlayan Etherite Plaza. And there's a market board right here. That's nice. That's cool. Let's put this as our home port. An unusual shape, isn't it? It is indeed. I assure you, however, that it is perfectly functioning aetherite. Remember to tune yourself before we move on. I did. Now, being the diligent tour guide I am, I should make a mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands as at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allagan Etherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. Interesting. Allagan Etherites. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Okay. Another summoning bell, retainer vocate, market board, spot to talk, the book stalls. Oh, let's talk books. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I have yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Lol. Perhaps I'll return later here later then. These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Sharlayan. I always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. Can I, like, please? Give me? Let me live in here, please. Oh my god. I see you there, Nautilus. I see you there. And you're an unnamed NPC. Okay. Oh right, mending. Perfect. Thank you. Material. Oh, so that's cool. Tool supplier, full plate armor. Oh, more of. Wow. Your armor looks good. More people of the Y clan. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Ifrit Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to the imposing building at the very top. Okay, back to the Aetheryte Plaza. Ah, the Forum, probably. The Rostra, and then north. Okay. Arkansas design. All of this looks so amazing. What do you have to say, mister? Research must needs be conducted efficiently. I surround myself with the sweet scent of flowers to calm myself down. Helps me keep an open mind, you see. Good shout. God, it's so gorgeous! Yoink. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine ear. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Cool. Makes sense. Knowledge must flow. Alright, before we go in here, let's grab that Ethernet shard, of course, as always. The Rostra, and that will be the Forum, if I'm not mistaken. This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into a council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies, from here one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival on the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community. The Crystarium can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Okay. I wish it was daytime right now, honestly. But I guess it's fine. Old Sharlayan, new to you. It is indeed rather new to me. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Arkan Nunkrep built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials in the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Lavalier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance from for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldassian Annex? Remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We headed down towards the harbor, crossed the bridge to our right, then followed the path below the Ferret Plaza? Correct. After you, Laverne. Well, I could do that, or I can, you know, head over here. Quickly grab the Ethernet chart. And alright, I need Journey's End down here as well. Ox Landing. Interesting. Interesting name. I might need another coffee soon. I'm feeling my my eyelids grow tired. I still need the studium, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm missing the studium. I am at Journey's End. Okay. So let's go to the rostra and just move up there. That seems like the fastest way. I wish I could zoom this out. That's one thing that annoys me right now, is that I need to move the camera around. I can't zoom in or out. Like, if I had the entire map... Yeah, that's fine. If I had the entire map up here and I could just click, that would be amazing, but okay. And yes, I know that I've lost sight of them, that's fine. So I'll probably have to go back to the Lavalier estate to pick them up. Which I will. I just want to grab everything I can. Let's see, like actually see where they are. If they are back here, where I left them. Or if they are back up here. Like, they should be here, probably. I'm surprised there's so much greenery over here. So, this is the studium. I'm not going to go inside just yet. I assume that we're going to go there soon. You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernet charts in Old Sharlayan. Perfect. Alright, let's go back to the Lavalier estate and see where my friends are. They are not here. Okay, so they will be down there. Or not. Interesting. Well, I guess they are the start then of this quest, which would be... Oh. Yeah, they are the very start of the quest. Okay, that's fine. Shall we return to our exploration of Sharlayan? Yes, please. Okay. And you have to pick them up again. That's fair. That's okay. I'll take that. That's okay. And up here. And we are at the Annex. As a joyous look on Ra's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldassian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. Okay. I'm back, and I've brought Laverne and Ra with me. Ah, you are right about the ship then. Hello, Gra. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Laverne. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Ojika Tsunjika? Oh my god. It's been an H. It has been for him. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administration Officer of the Students of Bodessian. He oversees day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ejika? Yes, I do. Ah yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. Yeah, I have on any character. I have not finished Eureka yet. I have to do that. But it's nice that they are actually making note of progress there. That's cool. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan, whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the Annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. That we shall. But first, we must ensure that the Telephoroi fall. Good plan. Through that door on the left, there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Okay. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research, or exhausted from journey abroad, that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they become known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word, and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Okay. Nicely done. I am going to make myself another coffee here real quick though. Which means I am going to ready for a nap. Clean sheets and warm blankets await. Rest as long as you like. Let's have a look. Oh my god. It looks... Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Can I sit on these? I actually can. Nice. Alright.